Well, it's all going along pretty nicely at the moment here with Distillery. However, we've still only played 4 league games remarkably. A very heavy cup schedule so far has given us one hell of a backlog to catch up on in the league. But most importantly, we face top tier opposition for the first time today. It's our reward for that brilliant victory last time out. So let's see what we can achieve as we go to Irish Premiership opposition. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 4 of Lifting Spirits with me, Daniel. We are back with Distillery in October, and remarkably, due to the weird way the Northern Irish schedule works, we've only played 4 league games. Today we play our 5th, but then it's 3 more cup games after that, and the first of them, which we're going to show on camera, is a little bit of a reward for us. It's a trip to top tier Ballymena United. It's a big game in the Antrim Shield. They're currently bottom of the league. We're going to see the golfing class between us. But firstly, we play the odds-on promotion favourites on our own turf after our first defeat in the league. So if you're looking forward to seeing how we get on and whether we can bounce back to winning ways in domestic league action, then please do put a thumbs up on the video and subscribe for daily FM23 content. We'll be back with another episode of The Head Coach later today, and we did have a special top 3 episode last night, a fun one from the FM23 features reel which you can find up in the eye above. But let's get straight into this because these are 2 massive games for our season. It gives us an indicator of whether we can get into promotion contention as, to be fair, the top 3 quarters of this league looks very tightly matched. And then it's a chance to test ourselves against the teams we want to be competing with a few years further down the line. So let's go and get into the schedule, see what's been happening since you were last with me. We have had, since the 4-4 draw last time out, a pretty calm, relaxing 2-0 win against Ards Rangers in the Steels and Sons Cup. That was McVarnock and Aaron Brown for a much rotated team. We then lost 3-1 at home, the first time in the league we've lost a game. That was against 2 screamers from Declan Martin and Tobermoor United. They were absolutely brilliant in the second half. We dominated the game. It was arguably our best performance of the season in the league, but despite that, we got beaten by brilliant goals, and sometimes you just have to hold your hands up. After that, we had the most bonkers game of football you'll ever see. We played lowly Drummond Mills in the next round of the Steel and Sons Cup, and at half-time, we were 2-0 down. After a minute of the second half, we were 3-0 down. And then I went mad. I bought on McKee, I bought on Withers, I bought on Shearer. I went all out attack. And the first teamers did what should have happened from the start. A 7-4 victory in the end. Loads of goals. The sub scoring 6 of the 7 between them. And Aaron Brown getting the first one on the comeback trail. But we needed our first teamers. And that's a worry in itself. We've got to improve the squad depth as we go along. But I might have to sacrifice that for a big decision. And I'm going to need your help with it. More on that in a moment. We come up today though against Miola Park, and due to the weird way in which Irish football is scheduled, we've had 14 days without a fixture and now we've got 5 in 17 days. So we're going to have to rotate a bit. I want to try and get the first teamers through these 2 games, but it's not going to be without change. We know that for sure. Loads of away games after this one, so we want to take advantage on our own patch. But let me tell you where I've got a bit of a dilemma, and I might need your help in the comments because I've seen a few of you suggesting replacing Ethan Carey, and we've now got an opportunity to do that. However, to do it, we have to let someone go that's currently earning a wage. Now, we've got a few people on pay-as-you-play deals, which we could get rid of to make it happen, but that would make us weaker somewhere else, and it would mean we lack depth. So if we go to the squad, so I can show you my choices, we've got Matthew Lynch, who's just come in. He's a stalwart in the first team. Grimley, who's a first-choice centre-half. Bennett, who we can't actually sell, so he can't go anywhere. I've tried a new contract. He's too smart for that. And then we've got Stuart Thompson, which is the one I'm considering. He's first backup in all 4 defensive positions. We have no other backup fullbacks than him, and he is the only half-decent backup centre-half. So the only player we can let go that won't affect our first-choice 11 is him, but it does mean we lose depth across the whole of the defence. So let's say, for example, Tuesday night, one of the players is tired, we wouldn't be able to do anything. The difference is, if we let him go, we can replace Ethan Carey, who I should say, for fairness, is constantly the best trainer, is improving, his positioning's up by 1, and he is starting to look an okay keeper with a proper decent goalkeeper. If I go and have a look at the scouting to show you the options, we've just had one of the men on trial. We've tried to get him, but obviously we haven't got any wage bill left. We're under it at the moment due to those appearance fees. And if I show you the players I mean, it tells you why it's such a big decision. So let's get the goalkeepers that we've scouted up, and I can show you the two options. The first one is a free agent we've had on trial, 22-year-old Jack Hazard. He's a proper step up as a keeper, 3.5-star ability, can perform either role very comfortably. Of course, young and still got room to grow, and everything about me wants to sign him. I mean, there is another option as well. This guy, Paul McLaughlin from Belfast Celtic, who we played in one of the cups, who's a pretty similar standard to be fair. But the issue I have is, can we afford to lose our whole strength in depth defensively just to get in an improvement in goal? I'm really desperately torn on what decision to make here, but I'd like to make one ideally before we get to our next league game after this, which is after the 3 cup matches. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I will take them into consideration. If not, in January, we might have to try and be clever in the loan market. If we can get a defensive replacement on loan for Thompson, then it opens up the world for Hazard to come in. But will he then have interest at that point? I just don't know. There's so many ifs and buts. But I'd like to know your thoughts on that one as we go into our first game today. Hopefully it'll be a bit calmer than the last cup match and the last cup match we showed in the last episode too. But we've got Miola Park. We're both on 9 points. We're 2 of 4 teams at the top on that total. So let's see which one of us comes out on top, or will we get our first draw of the league season? Let's go and pick our team. Not many changes required. We'll be back in a moment to run through it and get back in front of our home crowds. Well then, I don't think there's any surprises in our team today. It's Ethan Carey between the sticks, Warnock and Smith the fullbacks with Farquhar alongside Grimley a centre-half, Lynch and Lynch the 2 centre midfielders, Brown, Withers and McKee the attacking midfield 3, and then Jordan Shearer through the middle. There's a lot of goal threat, of course Withers off the mark now as well. This could make a big difference to our season. Let's hope we can find a result today, but at least the performance has got to be good. That's the main thing I want from this team. Time for a very big game at the top of the table then. If we can start to win matches like this, we can maybe think about sneaking out of this league the first season. Overall, I don't think we'll be strong enough and consistent enough, particularly when we start to play 2 league games a week later in the year. But for now, we can all but dream. Let's go and get through the dressing room. Let's go and tell the lads the pressure is all on them. You relax, you enjoy yourself, go and cause an upset. No reaction again. Let's see if they do it on the pitch. As we're 10 minutes on the clock, it's been a nothing game so far. We have slightly had the better of the stats, but nothing to show for it just yet, as that's an aimless punt straight through to the goalkeeper. And we are a little vulnerable to this counter-attack, as again, it's another one of these sides playing pretty defensively. Ethan Carey runs out, he gets away with it this time, and he puts Jordan Shearer through as well. There's the benefit of when the sweeper keeper works, because when Ethan Carey does get there, he gets himself a wonderful assist. Shearer does brilliantly. He still had a lot to do. But it's 1-0. We take the lead. And we're starting to look good on the counter. Though Walsh has got the ball at the back. It looks like this might be a rare side not playing a back 3 in this league. As Grimley gets it on the edge of his box. Goes long downfield. Walsh intercepts it. And finds his fullback. Who's running in central. Big switch of play. Which Smith deals with well. Can he get rid of the ball? He does. No messing about back there. Shearer loses the header though. Shaw switches play to Parkhill. There's 2 in the middle. Cross the flex. Oh, it's poor goalkeeping. It's poor goalkeeping again. Warnock lost the header. But that should never have ended up in the back of the net. 1-1, 15 gone. That might be edging towards my decision. He's got a brilliant assist going forward. And then he's letting a poor goal. But he's not getting blamed for it in the rating. So maybe I'm being harsh. And with half an hour on the clock, Miola Park starting to show the brilliance that perhaps had them as favourites at the start of this season. Mark Kelly nods in at the back stick. We've not really got that imposing height in our defence. And to be honest, we're getting outdone physically. They lead 2-1, they're favourites for a reason. And Kelly up front, I mean, he must be a good player up there. What's he like? Oh wow. 5-star ability our standard. His finishing is double figures, his heading's double figures. And he's 6'4" with a big jump in reach. We can't compete with that. As Finley has got the ball in goal. Long kick downfield for the visitors. Farquhar wins it for Lynch. Brings it down in the middle. Had a solid game again. Finds his namesake Jay, who plays it long downfield. I think it might be Joel actually. I keep forgetting their first names. Long ball downfield, headed away by Grimley. To Brown on the right-hand side. Beats his man. Gets to the byline. Good cross in towards Shearer. But we haven't got that imposing height in the middle. Shearer's a good striker. He's not a great one. It's long downfield to Kelly. Grimley clears away. Withers knocks down for Lynch. Over the left-hand side. Withers will chase again. It's cleared as far as Warnock. Hoofs it forward. There's not much football on the floor here. As Withers picks it up on the left again. Good delivery. Aaron Brown is up. That's a wonderful cross from Withers. Exactly the type of thing we bought him for. Winger on support. Beat your man. Get your cross in. And on loan for no contribution. That's a wonderful player to have. At half-time, it's 2-2. It's been two very ruthless and good teams going at it. And to be fair, this is probably a fair result so far. 5 shots on target each. The possession's pretty similar. Nobody wants the ball. So let's ask the lads to keep it up. No reaction again. But as long as they keep playing well, who cares what their reactions are? As we're back 4 minutes into the second half, Finley has the ball in goal for the visitors, and they do look a threat from these. Long kick downfield towards Kelly, who wins his header again. I'm not sure what Warnock's doing there. Parkhill shot deflects off the centre-half Farquhar, and Carey, to be fair to him, did well to react and hold that. With 10 gone though, it's calming down a bit, and Miola Park looking the better side. They're starting to bring it down, play a bit with Parkhill. Through ball is headed away by Grimley. Law picks it up on the left though. Cuts inside, goes back to his centre-half. They're in no rush. Law gets it again. Back to Harris, the midfielder. Big switch of play. Warnock's up. Doesn't really clear away. Law knocks it down again to McNeil. In the centre of midfield. Chips through to Kelly. He's won another header. And Warnock's been penalised. Fouls Parkhill. It's a penalty kick. Oh dear. That's all I have to say about that one. I'm sure this will go in because Carey has not saved a penalty yet. It's into the bottom corner. He goes the wrong way. Miola Park have the lead again. But here we are just 4 or 5 minutes later on what's starting to look a slow and boggy pitch. But they're winning everything in the air. All they're doing, they've got a very simple game plan. As Kelly hits the woodwork from another header, they're playing long to him as a centre forward. We've got no one who can compete in the air. So he's just knocking it down left, right and centre. And they're playing off him on the second ball. I mean, it's effective. And I wish I had a player like him. But at the moment, there's just no competing with him. So let's go to the tactics. Josh Lynch will come off. Third time lucky on his name. He's been replaced by, I think, Clougherty. And we'll drop Lynch into the Mazzala role. We're then going to take off... Do I want to take off McKee? I'm not sure I do. Warnock's on a yellow card. We'll bring on Stuart Thompson at left back. We'll also look further into midfield. I'm going to bring on Brendan Bennett on the left-hand side. I'm not sure which way round him and Brown are going to play. I think we'll put Bennett as the winger on the right. Brown as an inverted winger off the left-hand side. We'll just try and get an extra man into the box. McKee's had a poor game. I'll replace him with McVarnock. And then we've got one more sub. Who's it going to be? Probably should be Curly at the back. But he's only 5'11". And I dread seeing him against the other lads. So we'll leave it at that. 4 changes made. Let's see if we get a reaction. And with just over 10 to go, it's a goal kick for the visitors again. It's the familiar pattern. Kelly wins the flick on, but this time Thompson's there. Up towards Shearer. He can't do as much with it, and it's cleared long downfield. He's such a handful, their centre forward. Matthew Lynch goes wide. Intercepted. Bennett just waiting for the ball. Never heard of coming towards it. Edgar gets the ball on the left for the visitors to Smith. I mean, they look very comfortable since they've regained the lead. They're really playing well at the minute. But the long through ball, it only finds Carey. And now we can maybe start the counter. I'm a bit worried about Grimley on the yellow back there. I might just rest him for the last 10. It's cleared away as far as McIlveen. Long downfield towards Kelly again. Brings it down with his feet this time. That's a stunning effort. Hits the woodwork. Farquhar will clear. And it's up towards Shearer, who again loses out in the air. It's constant pressure now. They seem to be dominant. They seem to be fitter. And at the moment, they seem to be better too. So with 7 left, we'll change the centre half. Just protect the fitness. Curly's on, he won't compete, but at least it'll give the other lad a break. And although that change hasn't been made yet, we are back with a Finley free kick just inside his own half for Miola Park. Long downfield, we know the game plan. Clougherty heads away. Bennett loses out in the air and McNeil gets it again. Chance to run at the defence, shoots from distance. Carey has it covered. And to be fair to him, as much as I criticised him and it didn't look great the first goal, he's got an assist, he's played really well. He's actually our joint best player on the pitch now, so maybe I am being a bit harsh on the lad. Balls clears long towards Kelly. He's in again. Carey does well. Fair play. can we nick that late equaliser? Long ball forward, aimless. I mean, Shearer was running offside. The number 10 was not getting himself in any sort of position for a knockdown. And Kelly goes up the other end. And as I praise Ethan Carey, he parries one into his bottom corner. Oh dear, 4-2 Moyola Park. I'm sure those comments, if you were backing Carey, might slowly be changing now, as Matthew Lynch picks it up to Curley and Clougherty. I mean, these are the types of players, if we look at promotion long term compared to this team who are favourites, if we compare it to Bangor, who on the first day we beat but played pretty poorly against, when you're bringing on Clougherty and Curley, you're not going to compete. And that's the sad fact of the matter. Long ball forward to Kelly again, 5 would be harsh, but he's just too good. Mark Kelly, 14 goals for the season. At least it's not just us he's banging them in against, but a little bit harsh. It's not a 3-goal difference game, but we lose. We lose heavily, and that's 2 league defeats in a row. Away to a top tier side next, I can't imagine that going well. And then the big problem is how do we pick them up, because they're going to need a confidence boost after. Here we go then. There's some potential problems around the corner. Matthew Tipton having a go at me because I'm playing Aaron Brown out of position at the moment in his loan spell. We promised to play him up front and now we're using him on the right. We've also got Farquhar, who of course is ineligible against his parent club, which is why I took Grimley off towards the end of the last game. George Tipton, someone we're looking at loaning in January, is an option for Ballymena today. Let's just hope they play a complete reserve team and we've got a chance to make history. I can't see it at the moment, but have we got everyone fit? We have. So we've got a lot to choose from. There won't be many changes. Well, in fact, there's only one to be fair. We've brought in Thompson at centre-half because Farquhar is ineligible. The rest of the team stays the same. We can rest some at the weekend if need be. But hopefully, we can just put a good account of ourselves. That's all I'm really looking for today. We can avoid getting embarrassed if we can keep it tight. Then hopefully, at least in the short term, it won't have too much of a knock-on effect on our confidence. Well, David Jeffrey's side has made 5 changes today. A few players coming in that would probably be backups. But let's be fair, it's still a good side. David Parkhouse up front, Josh Kelly the skipper. There is some quality in there. For us, it's pretty much our first team. Of course, we're missing the one player from Ballymena. But let's go and tell the lads, there's no pressure at all. Stuart Thompson, not happy with that apparently. As with less than 5 minutes on the clock, we've got Ballymena attacking in our half. Parkhouse coming deep to hold the ball up. Another big target man we might not cope with. We got bigger problems for now though. Place hits the post. We got carved open so easy. Where on earth did the defence go there? It's a corner kick. We're under big pressure. And we know this is going to be a tanking. We know it's going to be a very heavy defeat. But I'd like to at least avoid conceding very early on. Into the back post. Parkhouse heads over. It's off the bar, it's out for a goal kick, and for now at least, we've managed to hold on. But a goal kick is headed straight back at us. Matthew Lynch losing out second time. Tipton wide to Graham. Tipton someone we were looking at loaning, of course, but it came just after the window shut, that scout report. Parkhouse hits the bar, the rebound is in, and we've only managed to hold out for 6 minutes. This could be a very long night here. It's 1-0, and Ballymena look very comfortable. And we're back just 2 minutes later as Lynch has the ball in midfield for Brown. Goes wide to the right-hand side, loses possession trying to take on his man. Kelly carries it forward. It's almost like our midfield isn't there. It's non-existent. Lynch might have to drop in as well here as Tipton on the edge shoots. 2-0 in 9 minutes. Back to the drawing board. I'm going to drop to cautious and I'm going to bring in Lynch as a deep line playmaker on support. Just try and get the job done. Hopefully, we'll be able to see the half out because we have been absolutely battered so far. Back with 26 minutes gone though, it has calmed the game down a bit. Ethan Carey with a long kick and Parkhouse again. We've not got that big physical presence at the back that most sides have. Parkhouse has slid one in the corner. It's just too good. And this could be any score Ballymena want it. Hopefully, they'll take pity on us at half time. Take the likes of Parkhouse off for the weekend. But otherwise, this could get very ugly. And we're back a couple of minutes later. Ethan Carey with the ball in his hands. He finds the long ball downfield. Can we at least nick a goal with Shearer? He's on to the end of it. He takes it down brilliantly. That's a good goal, Jordan Shearer. Ethan Carey with the assist again. Great distribution for all of his faults. And Shearer scores. It's 3-1. And at least the fans have something to enjoy. And we're back again on the attack. 4 minutes later with a corner. Mark McKee will take it. Looks for the back post. Who's up there? Matthew Lynch loses out. Grimley knocks down for Josh Lynch. Left-footed shot. Oh, the second time he's done it this season. Beautiful curling effort with his left foot. 25 yards out. Keeper had no chance. And suddenly, it's game on. And after that exciting end to the half, it's 3-2 at half-time. I don't think any of us expected that 15 minutes ago. But a wonderful effort from these boys here. And they are trying their best to give the fans something to cheer about. As Warnock throws into Josh Lynch, the man who scored that wonderful second. Warnock delivers again. Graham clears away. And now it's 2-on-2 at the back. This is where things get edgy. Parkhouse chases. Grimley does well. Smith hoofs over the top towards Shearer. Out away as far as Brown. And it's flicked on towards Smith, the right back. Chips downfield to McKee. Gets in behind Kelly. It's a great touch. It's a good effort. And it's a great save by the goalkeeper. Stays 3-2. McKee had a golden chance there. But he's still got a corner. What can he do with it? Delivers towards the back post. Thompson's up. Heads just wide. Stays 3-2. But we are well and truly back in this. And at the hour mark, we're back with a Ballymena free kick. Headed away by Grimley. Not as far as Shearer though. Tipton gets there. Lothran in. It's a great save by the keeper. Thought it was offside initially, but we get away with it. Ross Redman is on, one of the first team regulars for Ballymena. They've got the corner kick with Tipton. Can they double their lead again? No, they can't. Headed away. Back to the edge of the box to Tweed. Good block by Smith. We're throwing our bodies on the line. We're building confidence. And at the moment, we're competing with a very decent side. 25 to go. We've got to think about changes. But overall, there's not much I can do because I'm fairly happy with this team. So I think with about 10 left now, we're just going to take off some of the tired legs because that gives us an opportunity. So Brown on the right will be replaced by Brendan Bennett. On the left, we'll go Robinson for Withers. In centre mid, Matthew Lynch will have a break for Clougherty. Adds a little bit of height to our team there. Or in fact, I could bring on Ballantyne. I'm going to do that because he started the season as first choice. Ethan Warnock's not had a great game again, but he is up against a very good player. I've got no defensive subs worth bringing on, so we'll leave him for now. And then McKeoff will be replaced by McVarnock. 4 changes made. Let's have a throw of the dice. Can we get an equaliser? Because this would be a massive result. Well, we head to stoppage time. One last change to be made. I'm just going to rest Warnock for a minute. Curley on, Thompson to left back. It won't help us win the game. But what an effort it's been. From 3-0 down against Ballymena, from showing far too much respect early on, we at least made a game of it. 3-2 the final score, a valiant effort, but another defeat. And that maybe is the main consideration. Let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. Because despite all of the good efforts here, we need to get back to winning ways. Well, the one positive that comes out of tonight is that we can now focus on playing a few more league games after the next week. The 2 cups that we're left in there are ones that I'd like to try and go on a run in. It would be nice if while we can't get promoted in the early seasons, we could maybe go and win one of those. But of course, that's a tough ask. It's easier said than done. I think the plan from here is to try and get through as much as possible. Maybe come back towards the January transfer window. We've got those 2 big games at the start of January. Bangor and Miola Park, the 2 league favourites at the start of the year. But obviously between now and then, we could get a big boy in the Irish Cup. And we could have a change of fate in the league, particularly if we keep losing. So if you're looking forward to seeing if we can get back to winning ways and did enjoy this episode, goals galore is guaranteed at this football club, then please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM23 content from 2 long-term stories. We'll be back later today with the head coach. That one is up in the eye above if you've missed it. As is yesterday evening's special top 3 episode where we look at FM23 features. You can find the Twitch channel there for regular live streams too, and all the other links in the description below. But above my head now is yesterday evening's video. Do give it a try if you haven't already. And I'll see you here for the next one. Same time tomorrow, hopefully with a few wins under our belt.